Hello guys, LifeHackster here, and today we are going to review and check out the EufyCam E330 Professional. This is a wired or plug-in 4K camera from Eufy that records 24/7 in its Homebase, the Homebase 3. Thank you, by the way, for Eufy for sending me this camera kit to be reviewed. The cameras record in 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution with a 138-degree diagonal field of view at 15 FPS in both daytime and at night. And it also has a 100 lumen spotlight for color night vision. This is plugged in or wired in for power, and we will talk more about this later on. But data-wise, like the video and audio feeds, are sent wirelessly from the cameras to the Homebase 3 using its 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, which Eufy states good up to a 5,000 square foot home. But it also has this multi-bridge feature, which it can optimize the connection by having the camera also connect to your router's Wi-Fi aside from the Homebase. Currently, this is still in beta. Now, you can connect up to 10 Eufy E330 cameras to the Homebase 3. The Homebase comes with a 1TB of hard drive in a 4-camera kit and can store up to 10 days worth of 24/7 recordings. You can expand the hard drive by swapping it and up to a 16TB drive. Now, if you're not familiar with Eufy's Homebase 3, aside from having an option to have a 16TB of hard drive space, it also has the Bionic Mind AI, which it will have person, pet, vehicle, and facial recognition. And some Eufy cameras, and not all of them yet, can integrate with it. And as you know, Eufy cameras doesn't need any subscription. Now, this system also has a neat feature called cross-camera tracking, which the Homebase merges the clips of the same person event from your cameras, and you will easily see and track the movement. I do have something to say about this also later on. The cameras are weather resistant with an IP67 rating and works with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. I have the 4-camera kit, and inside the box we have the Homebase 3, and with this kit you'll get one that has a 1TB hard drive already installed. On the back we have the sync or alarm off button, 2 USB ports, Ethernet port, and a power port. Then we have the camera themselves and the power cable built in around 6 feet in length. Build quality is mostly plastic. We have the camera lens, 2 mics, status light, and a spotlight on top. And on the back, we have the sync button and a screwed-in cover for a microSD card. And on the bottom here is the speaker. What else is inside the box? We have the mounting templates, a quick start guide, an extension power cable, 33 feet or 10 meters, and we have the power adapter for the camera, 12 volts, 1 amp, and 10 feet of cable. Together with the camera, a total of 16 feet or 5 meters. We have a short Ethernet cable, and we have these 4 rubber couplers to weatherproof the connection between the camera and the power adapter. And we have these wire clips for wire management and some zip ties. And we also have the power adapter for the Homebase 3, 12 volts, 2 amps. And we have some mounting screws and plastic anchors. Let's set this up. Set up the Homebase first, which you need to add it in the Eufy app. Connect the Homebase to your router or network switch and plug it in for power. Scan the QR code which is in the bottom of the Homebase and push the sync button on the back. Name your Homebase and it should be added successfully. Now for the camera, click the plus sign again, 24/7 Pro, click next, plug in the camera for power, click next again, press the sync button on the back for 2 seconds until you hear a beep, and name your camera and wait until it is added successfully. Time for installation, and this is the elephant in the room for this type of camera system. In Eufy's advertising, it says simple and tidy setup, except that you need to be at least within 16 feet or 33 feet with the included extension cable from a power outlet. Personally, at our house, we only have 3 power outlets outside. Now, there are tons of Wi-Fi cameras that are needed to be plugged in, but I have to give a hard time to Eufy because of this no more messy cables advertising. Anyways, to install, loosen the screws in the mount arm so you can move the camera around while you're screwing it in with the 3 included screws. Now position the camera, and because it is not a ball joint, you need to finagle it to get to the position that you want. Tighten the thumb screw and also the other 2 screws that you loosened earlier. You can use the wire clips that are included to do a bit of wire management. But I suggest you have to protect the wire going down to the power outlet by getting a wire or cord cover like this. And also make sure that the area where the wiring is monitored by the camera so that at least you will get a notification and hopefully a video if someone will want to unplug or cut the cable. A better wiring method is to hide the wire behind a wall or ceiling. And when you install the camera, there's no exposed wiring. I'm going to do a separate video on this. Like in this install for testing, I actually used a PoE splitter. Comment below if you want me to make a video on wiring methods that you can use to power up plug-in cameras. Let's check these settings in the app. When you open up the app, on top you will see the security report, and this is where you can view the cross-camera tracking feature. Click on it to view the latest one. And one thing you will notice is that it is a bit choppy and not smooth. And you will see here the second camera, and I went to my side yard and it automatically spliced it. You can digitally zoom in too if you want. Now you will see the snapshot from the camera and click on it to get to live view, and it loads up decently quick. In here you can record the live view, take a snapshot, start two-way talk, which is half duplex, push and hold, listen in, and play back. It will show a timeline. And remember, this camera records 24/7. You can pinch out to expand the timeline. And the yellow areas are the ones with AI motion events. Now, the blue areas are the continuous recordings. Swipe the menu to the left for more options. We have the spotlight, on or off, color night vision, and we also have the events, and these are just the events. And you can download it from here too. On top, you can manually trigger the siren, siren only, siren and light, and even add to trigger the siren in the Homebase. Gear icon for the camera settings. Camera on or off, cross camera tracking, toggle on or off, and you can adjust the tracking time and tracking assistance. Motion detection, activity zones up to 2 customizable zones. And detection type, it uses the Homebase AI. Human detection is grayed out when facial recognition is checked. And we also have vehicle and pet detection. Spotlight settings, video settings, and I'll show you the video quality, which I set to 4K. And on the recording settings, you can set how long the motion clips are going to be, up to 2 minutes. But remember though, it records 24/7, so everything will be recorded. Now there's no option to turn off 24/7 recording and just have motion recording. Night vision, infrared black and white, color night vision with a spotlight, or turned off. We have privacy zones, up to 2 zones. Audio settings, notification, which I'll always set to full effect. Text first, then thumbnail. And you can customize the alert tones on your phone. Now in the security tab, you can set the modes for the Homebase 3, and you can set which camera and what it will do on each mode. And these are all the Eufy cameras that I have that are hooked up with a Homebase. Time to do some testing.
So this is the video and audio quality of Eufy's E330 4K camera and video clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, so this is the video quality of the Eufy E330 at night. This is turned on. This one is like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 5, 30, 35, 40. So this is the video quality of the E30, and this is the night vision turned on. The LEDs have 2 infrared LEDs. And this one is like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Alright, so we are going to test the motion alert notification speed of Eufy's E330, and I'm on my LTE connection and it's 215. I have full effect as to notifications, so I'll get 2 notifications here. There you go. So I'm gonna get the text first, and then you're gonna get the thumbnail right there, and then when you click on it, it should get you to the buffered footage. Cool. All right, so it is 2:16. It's less than a minute, so it's probably less than 30 seconds. Let's see what the notification cool off is of Eufy's E330. That's faster now, the text, and you're gonna get the thumbnail. Cool, right there. We are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Eufy E330, and I've set it to human detection only. So let's check it out at 50 feet. Not at 50. Let's go 45. Not at 45. Let's go 40. Should see me now. Oh yeah. So it's around 40 feet. I'll get the thumbnail right here. There you go.
This is the audio quality coming out from Eufy's E330. This is the audio quality coming out from Eufy's E330.
Alright, so what do you think? The E330 camera themselves work pretty good. I like the wider field of view and the video quality is pretty decent. I wish it has higher than 15 FPS frame rate though. I already said something about its power supply and how this is going to be wired, but I wished Eufy added a PoE or power over Ethernet option, or at least an Ethernet port, so the user have an option to wire this in directly to the network and not be dependent on Wi-Fi. Other Wi-Fi cameras have this option. 24/7 recording is good, but there's no option for motion-only recording. Not all cameras need 24/7 recording, and this is to save hard drive space. The cross-camera tracking is a cool feature, but I wish the stitched and processed clips can be downloaded. At this time, you can just watch this in the app, and watching it is not smooth. I tried this in both my phone connected to my Wi-Fi and also in LTE connection. I think the Homebase is processing this in full resolution, that's why it is choppy. But it is better if the stitched footage can also be downloaded. Aside from that, if you're able to find a place to plug this in or wire it in, this is a pretty good option, especially if you're already in the Eufy ecosystem. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.